Hey guys, so last week I said this. Next week you'll see a video about immortality, and I lied. I forgot at the time that I would have school coming this week as well as Rocky Horror tonight. I have a lot of stuff I need to get taken care of. So, yet another excuse for why I don't have a great video coming out. There's coffee though, so it's okay, right? So since I don't really have a video planned and I don't have anything off the top of my head I really want to talk about, I'll just make a book recommendation. And for once I'm not worrying about how many ums I make. The book is called The Little Prince. It was originally in French, so you may have had it in a French class or something, I don't know. A lot of French classes teach it in the original French. I think that is a terrible, terrible thing to do, because it's a very, very good book that you kind of lose the message and the storyline a lot when you don't know the language that it's written in. Just the other week I explained it to Jan, the owner of a local coffee shop, and she had read it before, but it was in a French class. When I explained the storyline, she had no idea that that was what it was about, because she didn't understand the original language fluently. But it's a really good story. The premise is that there's this boy who lives on what's essentially an asteroid, so it's his own private planet where no one else lives, and there's grass and plants and his little house, or stuff like that. He has 3 volcanoes and all this stuff, but it's essentially just an asteroid where he lives, and there are a bunch of these asteroids where just one person lives, and that's the premise of it. And it goes into him stumbling across a guy in a desert who crashed a plane, and he's the guy that crashed the plane is the guy that essentially writes the book. But it's more than that. There's a lot about philosophy, there's a lot about the way you think about things. It kind of jars you into a sense of maybe there are other ways of thinking about things that are more valid than the one that I have. It shakes adulthood, that seriousness that you get, and just makes it seem ridiculous, because it kind of is. And I try to remember this book whenever I can, because it's very, very important. It's definitely one of the best books I've ever read, and definitely the best book I've ever read on philosophy. I consider it to be a book on philosophy anyway. Although I guess by that standard, all books really are somewhat philosophical in a way, or whatever. But it's a really good book, and I don't care what kind of genres you like, read this book. It's great. It's not very long. You can find it online. I'll post a link in the doobly-doo down there, and it'll just, it's great. Happy reading, and Dylan, I will see you tomorrow.